EXT, Desert Highway, day. A blazing sun scorches the sand. Trucks barrel down a dusty highway. Gang members lean out with rifles, firing. Calemanco, a small but fierce girl guinea pig dressed in tactical gear, is leaping between moving trucks, dodging bullets like a blur. Gang member, screaming, "She's on the red truck, take her down." Calemanco lands on the roof of a truck, slams down, and kicks open the door. She kicks the driver out, grabs the wheel mid-skid. Calemanco, under her breath, "This ends now." She jerks the wheel. The enemy trucks veer off the cliff's edge, crashing into a big far below. Silence. Then, EXT, gas station, sunset. The stolen truck screeches to a halt near a grimy gas station beside a rail yard. Calemanco sighs, wiping sweat. Need to disappear for a while, but sirens wail. Police cars pull in fast, dozens, guns drawn. Police chief, OS. Calemanco, "You're worth $1 billion dead or alive." Calemanco smirks. "Guess I'm inflation-proof." She bolts, sprints toward the train tracks as lights approach. Police don't let her reach the train. She dives onto the tracks and lies flat. The train thunders past. The police stare, confused. "Officer, did she just get vaporized?" They leave. Underneath the train, Calemanco clings to the undercarriage, eyes focused, breathing steady. Int, train station, night. The train stops, a lonely, empty platform. Calemanco drops down. Bam! She's immediately grabbed by 5 gang members and dragged away. Int, underground drug lab. Later, dark, damp. Chemical lights flicker. Calemanco is tied to a chair. Before her, other guinea pigs like her, Pingus, George, Hank, Chris, Declan Foster, beaten, tortured. A manager in a suit and gold rings steps forward. "Manager, you know who they are? You know why you're here?" Calemanco stays silent, defiant. "Manager." Wrong answer. She's whipped, punched, blood on her cheek. The others watch in horror. "Manager, again. Why'd you interfere?" Calemanco, weak but proud. "Because you scum are gonna be dust. Someone's gotta do the right thing." A final WHIP. The gang laughs and walks out. Calemanco pants, then bites through her ropes. She grabs a nearby knife, cuts the others loose. "Chris, how'd you survive all this?" Calemanco, "I'm not done surviving." Int lab. Just then, doors bang open. The gang returns, armed to the teeth. Gang boss fire. They shoot Hank. He drops instantly. Calemanco, run! Pingus dives for a gun, unleashing covering fire. "Pingus, go! Go now!" Bullets fly. Calemanco, Declan, George, and Chris make a break for it. Calemanco, "This way, the cellar." She flips open a hatch beneath a rack of crates. They jump down one by one as gunfire rains from above. Pingus nods at Calemanco, then turns to fight. End. Cellar tunnel. Continuous. The group runs through darkness. Footsteps echo. Explosions rumble above. Declan, "We're gonna make it?" Calemanco, "We're not just gonna make it. We're gonna burn them all down." NT, weapons cellar. Night dust and silence. The only sound is the click of armor and metal being loaded. Declan whispers, "We hit back hard." No hesitation. Calemanco nods. They all arm themselves. Assault rifles, body armor, knives. They move toward the cellar door. No noise, no gunfire. Calemanco, quietly, too quiet. She slowly opens the door. Thump. Pingus's head rolls in, lifeless, blood trailing behind it. Standing there, the gang, cold, ready. The gang boss cracks his neck. George, screaming, "You monsters!" His gun takes out 2 gang members. Before he can fire again, the boss grabs his throat. Crack! George hits the floor, eyes wide open, gone. Chris, sobbing, "No!" Chris bolts, only to be stabbed in the side. He falls, wheezing, but fakes his death. With a trembling hand, he pulls a grenade from his vest, flicks the pin. Chris, whispering, "This is for Pingus." He hurls it into the room. Massive explosion. EXT, wasteland. Minutes later, debris everywhere, smoke, flames licking up from the rubble. Calemanco is pinned under concrete, eyes barely open. Calemanco, hoarse, "No, please." A faint voice, "Declan, OS." Over the chaos, "See, Calemanco, help." She lifts the slab with every ounce of strength, revealing Declan, bloodied but alive. Chris didn't make it. The others, all gone. They walk away slowly, burned silhouettes against a burning backdrop. EXT, street, night police sirens wail. A dozen units surround them, guns drawn. Officer on the ground, Calemanco, now. Declan steps forward, but it's too late. Calemanco is cuffed and thrown into a squad car. In T courtroom, day, fluorescent lights buzz. Calemanco sits in orange, dead-eyed. Her lawyer, PAT, an awkward, sweaty mess, fumbles papers. Judge, you stand accused of 73 counts of felony assault, terrorism, and murder. Verdict? Jury foreperson, guilty, life in prison. Intas prison cell. 1 week later, Calemanco stares at the wall, emotionless. Suddenly, a guard opens a door. "Guard, you got a retrial." New lawyer, NT courtroom. Day, retrial. Calemanco walks in, stunned. Her lawyer is now Declan in a clean suit. Declan, to the jury. She didn't destroy that base for profit. She did it because the law wouldn't. And now you're deciding whether justice means punishing heroes or freeing them. The courtroom goes silent. Jury foreperson, not guilty. Calemanco exhales. Free. EXT. Declan's safe house. Night. They walk into a hidden compound in the desert. Weapons on the walls. Blueprints. Ammo. Calemanco. "I thought I knew you." Declan. "You don't know me as well as you think." He presses a switch. A hidden door opens, revealing a hologram of Declan in combat gear. A bounty hunter, once feared. Flashback. Int. City alley, years ago. Declan, silent and precise, eliminates high-value targets in rain-soaked streets. Efficient, cold, legendary. Int. Safe house. Night Declan. The world's still crawling with rot. You in? Calemanco, smirking. "I never left." EXT, deserted encampment. Night, a gang called World of Weed sets up shop. Cooking crack, stacking weed, armed and loud. SUVs in a ring. Calemanco, in night camo, slithers through the shadows. She silently takes out one guard with a knife, then creeps into an SUV. Int SUV. Moments later, she guns down 2 members with a suppressed pistol. Blood splatters the weed bricks. She grabs the wheel, drives the SUV ahead, then stops. Beneath the SUV, a trapdoor. Int. Underground drug den. She drops in with a silenced SMG. It's a slaughter. Headshots, throat shots, tactical precision. One gang member remains, shaking. Gang survivor. Take it all. Just don't kill me. She glares, grabs every last stash of drugs, and disappears. EXT, desert highway, sunrise. Calemanco drives toward the horizon, SUV packed with confiscated drugs. She hands them to Declan at a secret checkpoint. Calemanco. Next target, Declan. We're just getting started. EXT, desert highway, day. The sun blazes overhead. Declan drives calm but focused. Calemanco leans back, reloading her pistol. Declan, glancing over. "You did good back there." Hands her a wad of cash, $250. "Don't spend it on bullets you don't need." Calemanco smiles. "Don't worry, I steal my bullets." They both laugh as the car cruises along the dusty stretch. Us XT, train tracks. Moments later, a distant rumble. They look up. A train derails, screeching across gravel, wheels sparking. It slams into their car, knocking it off a cliff. Car, mid-air. Time slows, glass shatters, wind howls. The car spirals, then crashes into the side of a ravine. EXT, ravine floor. Day smoke, fire, groaning. Declan pulls himself from the wreck, bruised. Calemanco limps out, blood dripping from her arm. Calemanco, wheezing. Okay, what the hell was that? Declan, scanning horizon. Don't know, but I bet it wasn't an accident. EXT, abandoned building. Later, they hike through wasteland until they spot it, an old warehouse covered in graffiti and rust. Inside, armed men, crates, and stacks of crystal meth and cocaine. The gang, the warfare. Calemanco, grinning. Not who we came for, but they'll do. Into a warehouse, continuous. They kick the door in, gunfire immediately erupts. Calemanco dives behind a crate spraying rounds. Declan drops two with clean headshots. Blood, screams, silence. They grab everything, drugs, cash, keys to an armored car, EXT, desert road. Moments later, they barrel down the road in the armored vehicle. In the mirror, three blacked-out warfare SUVs give chase. Turrets mounted, guns blazing. Calemanco loading her rifle. It's never easy, is it? Declan, gripping wheel. Wouldn't be fun if it was. EXT high-speed chase. Continuous bullets shred the desert air. Calemanco pops out the window. Headshots are dropped, their SUV flipping into a canyon. Calemanco, one down. The other two cars try to ram. Declan swerves. The enemy SUVs crash into each other, igniting in a massive fireball. Calemanco, screaming over the noise. Two down. Declan, one to go. Bang! The last SUV pops a tire on the armored car. Sparks fly as they screech across the dirt. EXT, final confrontation. Moments later, the last car speeds up, gets in front of them, then reverses at full speed, playing chicken. Calemanco. What the hell are they doing? Boom! Massive explosion. Fire engulfs both vehicles. EXT. Crash site. Slow motion. Flames and shrapnel fly, but Declan grabs Calemanco, hurling her out the window a split second before impact. He dives through the sunroof. Both hit the dirt, hard, burnt, coughing. Calemanco spits dust. Did we win? Declan, panting. No, we lost a stash. They look back, money and drugs incinerated, nothing but ashes. A long silence between them. Calemanco. First loss? Declan. Yeah, Calemanco doesn't feel like the last. EXT, night, campfire in the desert. They sit in silence, wounded, watching the flames crackle. Declan. You know what this means, right? Calemanco. Yeah, we just made enemies of two gangs. Declan. And we still haven't found the gore. Calemanco. Then let's find them. And this time, we don't miss. EXT, smoking wreckage, sunset. Declan and Calemanco limp away from the burning remains of the armored car. The sun bleeds red behind them. Silence. Just the crunch of boots on gravel. Calemanco, breathing hard. We keep moving. Gore's still out there. Declan nods. Yeah, we find them before they find us. Suddenly, OS. Oh, but we already did. From the shadows, a dozen men in blood-red gear step out. At the front, a mountain of a man in black armor. The boss of the Gore. Gore boss. Well, 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 look at you, Declan Foster, and your little rodent too. Declan grits teeth. You talk too much. Declan draws and fires a clean shot to the boss's shoulder. He barely flinches, pulls the bullet out with his fingers. Gore boss, calmly, cute. He lunges forward, grabs Calemanco, and tosses her to a gang member. Gore boss, we're not here for her. Beat, we're here for you. Before Declan can fire again, they pepper spray him. He screams, blinded, coughing, a punch to Calemanco's jaw. Blackness. Int. Gore base. Unknown time. Calemanco wakes in a metal cage. The hum of generators. Screams echo from nearby rooms. Her vision blurs. She looks up. Declan, strapped to a chair, bloodied. Cal, don't look. The Gore boss steps into view. He holds a long, serrated knife. Gore boss, smirking. Let's take away what makes you dangerous. He stabs Declan, once in the left shoulder, then the right, then both thighs. Blood pours out. Declan screams, muscles twitching. Calemanco, sobbing, whispering, no, 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 no. She looks around, a vent, small, tight, but just big enough. Int, vent system. Moments later, Calemanco crawls, trembling, blood still on her fur. She inches forward, the sounds of torture growing louder, closer. She reaches a grate above Declan. Below, the boss raises the knife again. Calemanco whispers, now. She kicks the grate out and dives. She lands hard on the boss's shoulders, dragging him to the floor. He thrashes, but she's feral now. She grabs the knife from the floor and plunges it into his heart, over and over. His body spasms, then stills. Int, torture room. Moments later, Calemanco stumbles to Declan, trembling. She rips fabric from the boss's coat and bandages his wounds as best as she can. Calemanco, urgent. Don't move, don't talk. You're done fighting, Declan. From now on, I'm the blade. Int, Gore base, escape sequence. Alarms blare. Calemanco drags Declan through the halls. Her eyes lock on a row of dynamite crates and oil drums. Calemanco, perfect. She spills the oil in a thick, winding trail as they move, tosses dynamite along the way. EXT, Gore base, exit. Moments later, they burst into the open night. Calemanco drops Declan under cover behind a dune. She pulls out a flare, lights it. Whoosh! The fire roars down the trail of oil into the base. Int, Gore, base. Seconds later, fire snakes through corridors. Boom, boom, boom. Explosions rock the compound, metal bending, screams echoing until one final massive explosion. X, desert, night. They watch the Gore base go up in flames, ash, and smoke billowing into the stars. Declan, weakly, you killed the boss. Calemanco, stern. We don't need luck anymore, just fire and fury. She picks up a nearby rifle and slings it over her shoulder. Calemanco, Con Ted. Let's find out who's next. NT, safe house, night flickering lights, broken weapons line the walls. Calemanco stands in front of a table filled with gear. Declan sits, wounded but sharp. Declan, sincere. Calemanco, you don't have to do this. You may die. Calemanco, staring ahead, cold. I don't care. Int, arming room. Moments later, a bulletproof vest tightens around her torso. Her belt, loaded with grenades, camera, extra mags, and a knife. Guns locked and loaded. Earpiece in. Declan, VO overcomes. Final target. The Golden Wolf Gang. Statue worth $100 billion, $500,000 in drugs, and my enemy, Golden Hands. EXT. Cargo train. Dawn. The train speeds across the plains. Calemanco crouches low on top of a cargo container, wind slamming her face. She sees the signal marker ahead. The firing zone. Calemanco, quietly to herself. Showtime. She jumps, rolls on the dirt, draws her pistol, and ducks into a nearby sewer grate. Int. Underground tunnels. Continuous silent. Mucky. Smells of rot and war. She moves like a shadow, climbing up a ladder into the main base. Pop! She shoots a guard in the head the second she surfaces. Alarms blare. Calemanco, through earpiece. I'm in. It's chaos now.
Intruder alert. Intruder
Main hall.
alert.
Moments later,
Alert.
guards run from every corner. Calemanco mows them down, cold, efficient. Blood splatters the golden walls. She spots the statue, tower of gold, glowing under spotlight. She shoves it into a reinforced duffel bag, grit in her teeth. In, drug room. Shortly after, bodies everywhere, a massacre, workers dead, tables covered in crack, meth, pills. Calemanco grabs the drugs, packs them in vacuum-sealed bags, but then thud, thud, thud. She turns. The room trembles. At the door, golden hands, 7 feet tall, built like a tank. Gold rings melted into his skin, eyes full of hate. Calemanco raises her weapon. You're the freak he warned me about. She fires multiple rounds into his chest. Nothing. No flinch. He moves fast, grabs her by the neck, lifts her. Bones creak. Golden hands. No, you're nothing. She chokes, eyes bloodshot, but her hand slips a C4 from her belt. Calemanco, then die with me. She slaps the C4 to his chest and punches the detonator. Boom! Black XT, Golden Wolf base, aftermath. Smoke pours from a shattered wall. The truck rolls in, Declan's crew. They find the statue untouched, the drugs packed and sealed. Among the rubble, barely breathing, Calemanco, her body mangled, one arm, no legs, burned, bleeding, but alive. In, truck. Moments later, Declan kneels beside her, his eyes wet. He holds her remaining hand. Declan, you did it. You did the impossible. Calemanco, weak, smiling. We're even now, right? Declan, number one, I still owe you everything. The room is dim, quiet. The sound of distant wind brushing against cracked windows. Calemanco lies on a worn couch, bandaged, missing limbs but glowing with survival. Her eyes barely stay open. Declan sits at a nearby table, nursing a bruised rib and sipping black coffee. Suddenly, ring! Ring! A dusty flip phone vibrates. Declan picks up. Declan, weary. Yeah, voice, filtered. Declan Foster, right? You're the lawyer. I saw your ad on that underground net site. Please, I need help. Declan sits up. Okay, who are you? Voice, filtered. I'm being framed. They think I'm the compound killer. You remember that guy, right? Declan, confused. The compo, oh yeah, Callan something. Yeah, the chemical freak. You're being arrested for that? Voice, please, I need you. Now Declan sighs. I'll do my best. Click. The call ends. Declan turns toward Calemanco, who stares blankly at the ceiling, her breathing shallow but calm. Declan, contact, quietly. I've got to do my job, Cal. You already saved the world. Let me try saving someone else. She turns her head slightly, managing a smirk. Calemanco, hoarse. Go play your lawyer games. I'll be here. Still not dying. They exchange a nod. Declan grabs his coat, loads his backup pistol into the inner pocket, just in case, and heads for the door. Calemanco, taunted. Hey, Declan? Declan turns. Yeah, Calemanco. When? He smiles, softer than usual. Declan, I'll see you when I do. The door shuts behind him. Int, safe house. Later that night, Calemanco, alone. The fire crackles in a barrel nearby. She stares at the ceiling, torn between peace and pain. Her body broken. Her spirit? Not even close. Outside, sirens wail faintly in the distance. The world still burns. But for now, she rests.